it's like my situation don't matter because I'ma make it regardless of anything. That's the way I was raised. I was raised to push through no matter what. I could be crippled. I'ma find a way to make that work. I'm not trying to throw no curse or no cross on myself or nothing, but what I'm saying is you can't give up no matter what. No matter what. You gotta make it work. It's a way, it's a door for anything. This my dream. And I feel like this is my calling. I feel like I got a purpose. I got something to do in this world. And I'm gonna get that done till I fall.
Who is C.I.T.Y Chronicles? C.I.T.Y Chronicles is life. C.I.T.Y Chronicles is struggle. C.I.T.Y Chronicles is David Baptiste Jr. It's me, you know. I don't know what kind of artist you would label me as, but I put everything I have into my music. You understand what I'm saying? C.I.T.Y stands for Creative, Intelligent, Talented Young Mind. The Chronicles is something that just came along because we had came up with the concepts of the Chronicles of City, you know, which is, like most of you know, it's a day-to-day episode with me and my team. So we came up with that concept, the Chronicles of City, to kind of like market the whole brand, and it actually did not fit on Twitter as the Chronicles of City. We couldn't put that, so we shortened it up as C.I.T.Y Chronicles, and that kind of stuck. So that's how the C.I.T.Y Chronicles came to play. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, downtown 7th Ward. I've been doing music for, I want to say, over 10 years now. And it all started because I wanted to be like Tupac and my big cousin. You know, and I looked up to them, and they was very in depth with it, and I wanted to be with them. I wanted to do what they was doing. So I started writing. I started putting my feelings into my books, and eventually this what came out of it, you know.
Hitting that corner, loading that toolie up. The first one I see is a goner, copping a couple ounces surrounded by the...
What's the struggle of an underground artist? My struggle, I can't speak on everyone. I can only speak on my struggle, you know. I think I battle with myself a lot. I'm my worst critic. You know, I sit there and I worry about what I'm doing and trying to figure out what I'm not doing right. So much, you know, I basically drive myself crazy, and that's just me being real with y'all. I wear my heart on my sleeve, you know, and I know that's one of my biggest downfalls is wearing my heart on my sleeve. And I think that affects what I do, you know what I'm saying? So one of my biggest struggles is just staying focused, you know what I'm saying? And not procrastinating. I'm blessed to have people that actually listen to my music, that expect a certain sound from me, that expect a certain quality from me, you know, that expect me to be that person they look up to. So my biggest struggle is maintaining that, you know, and finding that balance to give these people what they want and still give everyone else what they can respect, you know what I'm saying? I feel like no matter what I do and no matter what kind of artist I am and no matter how many people down me or talk behind my back, you're gonna respect my grind, you're gonna respect what I do no matter what, you know, because everything I'm involved in, I'm gonna work my ass off for it to be a success, you know what I'm saying? And that's me, and that's basically my struggle, but, you know, I guess you could call it, if you do real music, you know, it's a lot of people that's entertained, there's a lot of people that's blessed and that's chosen to do this. When you speak, people actually listen. And I can feel it, you know, when I step on stage or when people listen to my music, it's like, it's a different feel where they actually are listening to what I got to say. And they actually are admiring what I do and respecting my art, you know what I'm saying? So my biggest struggle would be within myself. I'm battling myself because I'm my own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? How I'ma fix it? The only way I could fix it is keep working, keep going. A wise woman once told me, worrying about the actions of other people to corrupt what you doing and what you got going on. So I try not to worry about it, even look at what other people are doing, because I don't feel like this is a competition. Many people might be in a competition, but I'm not in a competition with nobody but myself. This ain't a competition for me. This is what I love to do. And can't nobody take it away from me. You know what I'm saying? And that's me being real and giving it to you as funky as possible.
One of two things. Either you're somebody
Being an up-and-coming artist these days is hard, you know. It's easy to get your music out there, but it's hard to actually get people to listen to it and get that support of your peers, simply because it's so easy to get your music out there that you can say it's oversaturated, and people don't know the true value of true music and true art and true expression. So when you come across artists like I would say like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, myself, whomever, who actually put their heart and their passion into their lyrics, into their music, sometimes they get overlooked. They get overlooked sometimes simply because it's so much buffoonery out there that's what people accepting. You know what I'm saying? People are trained to accept that. So these days it's hard to kind of get your music out there and get it heard. You know, you can put it out there all you want, but to actually build that following is one of the toughest tasks, because you gotta actually fight and work hard and grind like you never grind before to find people that truly value your expression and your art. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the underground scene, not only, you know, I'm from New Orleans, I'm in Houston. The underground scene in Houston, I figure is just like any underground scene everywhere you go. I'm not gonna be like, you know, well, Houston underground scene is like this, New Orleans underground scene is like this. Nah, it's a struggle, and it's a struggle to come up anywhere you go. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Wherever you go, it's a struggle, and that's real. Dishonor was my last project that I put out. You know, it really was that opener to open people's eyes and introduce them to the city. I mean, it was a lot of projects that I have done that came out before then, and with each project I see a level of success. That Before Dishonor really just established who I was in the city of New Orleans, in the city of Houston, well, in this region. You know, that project, it was basically me and my homie Wild Influence. You know what I'm saying? We got together and we actually created something. We started out, we didn't have no idea where we was going or what we was doing, but we actually ended up creating something that people could love. You know what I'm saying? That people could actually listen to from track 1 to track 13. I don't know, I think it was the pure passion that caught people's attention. You know what I'm saying? The quality might have not been the best, but I felt like it was the true passion and the heart that went into the music and the creativity that went into the music that caught people's attention and made them actually listen. You know what I'm saying? It made them want to listen, and made them want to be a part of what was going on. And the lyrics from the instrumentals to the lyrics, the whole subject matter and the whole, you know, created an ambiance of a classic feel. You know what I'm saying? We were shooting for something just to stand out, just to represent us and what mentality we was in that time. So from that, it is what it is. But right now, I have a couple things in the work. Like we're working on Peace Guard, which is the EP with the producer Tony Duck. It's actually done. You know what I'm saying? We handling certain things as far as getting like certain samples and situations cleared. So we put that out, you know, and I want to wait for the right time, because everything has to be organically done, or it has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? If it don't make sense, then ain't nothing gonna come of it. So, excuse me, it has to ultimately make sense. So we waiting for the right time to release that. I'm in the studio right now, working on Zion, which will be my first LP. With that, I just want that whole body of music to be legendary. I want that to be classic. I want people to be able to turn back to that no matter what time period they're in, and they'll be able to feel what we was going through at this moment and this time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm taking my time and making that happen. And, you know, we just going anything from there. You know, the shows, they keep coming, and we blessed just to have success right now, and we want to keep it moving and keep it going. How does it feel to be labeled as one of the best lyricists coming out of the South? I don't feel like nothing, because I don't worry about shit like that. You know, it don't intrigue me. It don't make me a better person. It don't make me work harder. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't get into the politics. I don't get into the numbers. I just do what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when the light go off when everything is said and done, it's about the music. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what I know. I can't do anything without the music, so that's where my focus is at. And all of this shit, all this extra shit comes second. You know what I'm saying? It comes after that. It's about me and my happiness and my family happiness and the passion that I put into this music. I'm fighting, I don't want to lose my hunger. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose what made me who I am. So I'm fighting every day to put more creativity, put more structure, and to test the boundaries with my music. You know what I'm saying? So being the best lyricist is really not gonna do anything for me to get caught up in that title or get caught up in that artifact, whatever you wanna call it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what people tend to get caught up in their titles. They wanna be the best rapper. They wanna get all these accolades. They wanna get all this money and talk about all the money they got and you know, yeah, just all the things, them certain things, they get caught up in the falsetto of the game. You know what I'm saying? They get caught up in these falsettos. And I'm sorry for hitting the mic, you know what I'm saying? But I get emotional, I get passionate when I talk about this shit. They get caught up in these motherfucking falsettos, how many chains they got, how many bitches they fucking, how many cars they drive, and they forget about the music and they forget what really made them and who made them who they are, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the ghetto made you. If you from the ghetto made you who you are, the people made you who you are, and you forget about the people and all you talk about is your motherfucking self. And that's the shit that kills you at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? And you searching for longevity in this game. You know what I'm saying? You focus on the music, and that's what I'm focused on. Focused on the music. I'm focused on doing me and taking my music to the next level and doing what I gotta do to keep my music in people's hearts. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be in people's hearts. When I'm gone, I want to be in people's hearts. I want to remain the same as I am. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what people get it twisted. You know, we need to stop focusing on material things, vain things, and open up our minds, and open up our eyes, and really see what's going on in this world. The effect that life, you know, have on the music, and I guess the things that's going on in society today. You know, when you look at society, basically when I look at society, all I see is a bunch of followers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, and that's what makes it even harder, you know, for people to really respect your music. You know what I'm saying? Man, you gotta accept life for what it is. You gotta accept society for what it is and what it always been. You know, every generation have their downfalls, their ups and their downs. Every generation have their black sheeps. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a black sheep of my generation, because I choose to go against the grain, and me going against the grain, it kind of closes a lot of doors for me, because a lot of people scared of people that are not afraid to go against the grain. You understand what I'm saying? It put fear into their hearts, you know, to know that you have the courage to stand up for what you believe in and actually be yourself. And you know, society, there's so many followers out there, and so many people that's ashamed to be themselves. So many people that's ashamed of who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's not good in actuality, because it's like we a bunch of cyborgs. You know what I'm saying? In this day and age, with the internet, how strong social media is, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, even MySpace coming back, whatever you working with, it's like we a bunch of cyborgs. That's all we do. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is check your phone. We live in life through our phones, man. You know, it's like a surrogate situation. If any of you saw that movie, you know, where we live in life from a computer, we live in life from our phone. It's hard for us to actually prosper and move on in reality. You know what I'm saying? And I was taught that we need to be the master. I was taught to be the master of my own reality. So I'm taking my reality into my hands and stepping out and doing what I gotta do for my future and for my legacy, to leave it behind for future generations that's coming after me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like I said, when I started it off, I accept society for who it is, and I do my part and do my best. As long as I'm initiating something and I'm trying my hardest to put it out there and change the way that people think, you know, I'm happy, because I see every day young dudes that I talk to or may listen to my music change their way of thinking, or the way they carry themselves, or the way they handle situations, because they say I inspired them. And that's what I do it for. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get this rush. It's like I love it. You know what I'm saying? And can't nothing beat that feeling. And that's just, I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? I love it for real. Man, the grind. grinding is necessary. If you ain't gonna grind it, you won't shine, you won't get anything. You know, you gotta work for what you want. You know, I'm blessed. I'm fortunate enough to have real people around me, you know what I'm saying, that value what I do and really understand my vision and where I'm trying to go. You know, you gotta have people that understand your vision. When everyone has the same vision, and it makes things so much easier. It makes things so much more understandable. You know, so I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have people, you know, like LMP, BOSSTV, Real Deal Nation, Numbers, PC, that believe in what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to go and the plateau I'm trying to reach. You know what I'm saying? And the people that I'm trying to inspire, they understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. If you don't have people around you in your circle that's loyal and they understand what you're trying to do, then you're gonna fail, man. Everybody gotta be about it. Everybody gotta understand where you're trying to go. Everybody gotta understand what it takes to get where you gotta go. You can't have people that's just roaching off of you and you know, just wanna reap the benefits of your hard work and your labor. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta grind together. We gotta struggle together, you know? That's real. I feel like my purpose in the music business, I ask myself that question every night, every day, every time. You know, I wake up, it's like a non-stop question that I ask myself. I feel like finding your purpose is the hardest thing in life because that's a never-ending search because we go through so much and we're searching for that non-stop, you know what I'm saying? My purpose in the music business, I can't really put the right finger on it. I can't really say what it is, but I'm striving to make music that people can relate to. I'm striving to put something out there that people could listen to and feel like they're not the only one going through that. That's why I put my life and my passion and my heart into my music because I want people to be able to know that somebody's out there relating to them. You know, somebody's out there catering to them. So I guess my purpose is to uplift and touch my generation and to speak for my generation.